Hi, good day everyone. My name is Julie Sutherland and I will be facilitating today's training session. Today we will be focusing on Module 4, which is Customer Service and Banking. So, as customer service representatives at Republic Bank Limited, you are often the first point of contact for customers. Every interaction you have contributes to the organization's reputation, and while customers do expect accurate banking services, they also expect you to have professionalism, empathy, and efficient problem solving. So we do have a few objectives for today's session. By the end of the session, you should be able to A. Demonstrate Republic Bank's customer service standards during customer interactions, B. Identify customer needs while communicating professionally, and C. Resolve customer complaints using effective service recovery techniques. On to the next slide, why customer service matters. Before we discuss techniques, I'd like everyone to think about this simple question. Has anyone ever received really good customer service, and what made it so memorable? So, usually people do not remember every transaction they complete, but they do remember how they were treated during these transactions. So, excellent customer service can build trust, customer loyalty, and strengthen an organization's reputation, while poor customer service can cause customers to lose confidence in the organization and even take their business elsewhere, which is what we are trying to avoid. So, in the next slide, we will be discussing Republic Bank's customer service standards. So, at Republic Bank, customer service is about much more than completing transactions. When interacting with customers, employees should greet customers professionally, actively listen, show respect, communicate clearly, maintain confidentiality, provide accurate information, and resolve issues efficiently. So customers want to feel heard, seen, respected, valued, and remember that even if you cannot resolve a matter immediately, the way you communicate greatly influences their overall experience. The next slide, we will be identifying customer needs. So, one important responsibility of a CSR, if not the most important responsibility of a CSR, is identifying what the customer actually needs. Sometimes you do get customers who know exactly what they want. Other times they may feel frustrated or unsure. In order to identify customer needs, you should ask open-ended questions, actively listen, avoid interrupting, clarify information, and confirm your understanding before offering a solution. So, for example, instead of asking, "Do you need help?" you could probably ask, "Can you tell me what brought you into the branch today?" This would encourage the customer to explain the situation more clearly. It might probably give you more insight, more information on how you can help them. Next, we have professional communication. So, this is one of the most important skills that CSRs use every single day. This will include both verbal and non-verbal communication. So, what do I mean by good communication? Speaking clearly, maintaining eye contact, using polite language, remaining calm, showing empathy, and avoiding banking jargon that customers may not understand. So instead of saying, "That's our policy," you might say, "I understand your concern. Let me see why this policy exists and what options are available to help you." So small changes in wording can completely change how customers feel and elevate their experience. The next slide we will be moving on to is handling customer complaints, which is one of the most important aspects in banking. So, complaints should never ever be viewed as personal attacks. Instead, they are opportunities to improve customer experience. A useful approach is the learn model. Listen carefully, empathize with customers' feelings, apologize sincerely when necessary or when appropriate, resolve the issue or explain the available options, and notify or escalate issues if necessary. So following these steps would be able to help you reduce tension and demonstrates professionalism. Now we will be moving on to our interactive activity. So imagine this situation. A customer approaches you at your counter, very upset because the ATM kept their debit card. They began raising their voice, saying this bank always giving me problems, I need my money today. The ATM take my debit card, my card go on, this ridiculous. A good response to a situation like this may sound like, I understand how you're feeling. That must be very frustrating. Let me verify your information. Let me see what I could do to help you. Let me see if I can escalate the matter. I'll try and get everything fixed for you in a timely matter and try and resolve this as quickly as possible. Notice how I remain calm. I acknowledge the customer feelings and immediately focused on finding a solution. I didn't tell the customer, well, I can't help you with that. You need to calm down. Well, I don't know what to do. Well, it's policy that I have to do this, that, and the third first. Don't argue with the customers. Remain calm and try and find a solution as quickly as possible. Now, I'd like everybody to answer this question. What mistakes should a customer service representative avoid during situations like this? If your answer was anything around the lines of arguing, interrupting, becoming defensive, blaming other employees, making promises they cannot keep, or showing frustration, then you are correct. All of these you should avoid in any scenario similar to this. So, in conclusion, what did we learn today? We learned that excellent customer service requires much more than just processing transactions. We discuss our banking, but yes, we discuss Republic Bank's customer service standards. We discuss identifying customer needs. We talked about professional communication, and we also discussed effective complaint resolution. One thing I always want you all to remember is that customers may forget exactly what happened during a transaction, but they will always remember how you treated them. So we can do a quick knowledge check. So before we finish, it's just 3 simple questions we'll be going through. What is the first thing you should do when dealing with an upset customer? If your answer was listen carefully, you are correct. Question number 2, why is empathy important during customer interactions? If your answer was because it helps customers feel understood and respected, again, you are correct. And question number 3, when should you escalate an issue? And if your answer was when the issue cannot be resolved within your authority or when bank policy requires supervisory involvement, then again, you are correct. So this brings us to the end of today's training session. Thank you all for your participation and contributions. I hope today's session give you a better understanding on how professional communication and excellent customer service contribute to Republic Bank's success, and have a wonderful day. Thank you, and come to the next training session. Bye.